Hi guys, it's me again, Amanda. Welcome to the Win the Runway Live. Today with me, I've got a very special and dear person to me who is a good friend of mine that I met in Hollywood, California, girls. And this person is an expert, because she's got so much experience in a lot of things. And I really wanted to have her on the show because I think she brings so much to Win the Runway Live. I'm going to introduce you to Maria Thornburg. Maria is a former model, former actress, and still acts occasionally when she has time between her busy schedule. But also, one thing she's known for now in Hollywood is she's a branding expert and a photographer, a really good one. Maria, welcome to Win the Runway Live.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So, what advice would you have for models, for example, if they're looking for a photographer? And also, because the marriage between the photographer and the model is like a marriage. You're both, you're in this dance whilst you're taking the photographs. And so, for the model, on the model side, what
Right.
should they be looking for in a photographer? And how should they prepare for their photo shoot?
Yeah, so I love that you're saying the marriage
Yeah.
because I
Oh,
always say love story. I feel like because I feel like every client that I have is like a love story. It's its own beautiful love story, and I always feel like every client that I work with is like the most beautiful love story ever, and it's so important that you have that connection with a photographer. That when you do look for a photographer to take photos of you that you can use for your portfolio to further your career is to have a conversation with the photographer and feel that you're clicking and vibing. It's so important that the chemistry is right and that you feel free and safe to explain and express what it is that you need, right? Because it is the photographer's job to make you feel safe and comfortable, and it is my job to create that space for you and hold you so that you can just let down your guards and blossom and become that beautiful thing that is about to happen, is about to grow. So I think the most important thing is to feel that the chemistry, the vibe, the connection with the photographer before you start working together, and also be very, very specific and clear. So it is my job as a photographer to create that space, but it is your job as an actor or a model to be prepared to come into the session as if you're coming into an audition or a casting or a job. You have to do your homework and be prepared and understanding what it is that you want to convey and what your brand is, what it is that you're selling, because you have to look at yourself as a product. You are selling a product. It is happens to be you, but you have to be very clear about what that is.
what I try to tell people is, even because a lot of times, someone goes on social media or looks at this person's brand and they're like, I want to be like that. And I'm like, why try and be that person when you can just be your own person?
Make it easy, exactly. And I think sometimes people are like, well, I want to push the envelope. I want to be this. And as far as acting goes, for example, a lot of actors, they want to have this wide range, and they may have a wide range, but let's go here. Let's go in the middle and pick three. 3, 4 in the middle, and then work with that, because otherwise you're confusing people and you don't want people to be confused. And the truth is that yes, casting directors, even if you have an agent, even if they go through an agent, they're still going to judge you based on your social media, because I know for sure casting directors that I've spoken with who have been interested in booking someone, they go into social media and the female is half naked or doing something kind of, not that classy, and then they just, no, we're not going to book her. So you have to be really careful about the message that you put out there, because it's a visual message that you really want to be, true to what it is that you represent
I
as a
totally
brand,
agree
as a
with you. And
person,
that's why I
right?
also say that, sometimes even though, you might have a brand that's not out there yet, and you could put your brand out there because even if you think that, oh, no one's going to book me or something, we've seen that in the case of a lot of plus size models that are just out there and people start booking them. And
Right.
10 years ago, you'd have thought, oh, she's never going to work.
Yeah.
Why does she think she's going to be a model? But nowadays
Right.
they're getting booked. And that's
Yeah.
one thing I say. Like in today's world, anything goes, but you should know what it is.